At work, my sister dumped hot coffee on me. Everyone just laughed. But then my billionaire husband walked in. Within minutes, he fired the whole room. And that was only the beginning. You know, there are moments in life that shatter your perception of everything. I thought I knew what betrayal felt like, until my own sister Mara poured a cup of scalding hot coffee directly onto my lap during a company lunch. And the worst part? People just laughed. No one spoke up. No one stopped her. It was a public humiliation designed to make me disappear. But what they didn't know was, just when they thought I was finally erased, my husband walked in. Not just any husband, a billionaire. And within minutes, he'd fired everyone in that room. But that wasn't even the real betrayal. The true horror started years before the coffee. What if your own family spent years slowly meticulously erasing you, one harmless moment at a time? Would you even notice until it was too late? Let me tell you what really happened. I was standing in the lobby of Monroe Analytics, one hand gripping a tray of 3 coffees, the other balancing a brown paper bag of breakfast wraps already staining through with grease. The damp Seattle morning finally eased shut behind me, but the chill? That followed me anyway. A few people from marketing passed by without a glance, not even a nod. Then Nick, an intern, looked up from his phone just long enough to say, "Hey, saw you mind grabbing a couple extra creamers next time?" No smile, no thanks. Just expect it. I kept moving, because what else was I going to do? Explain to him that I was the one who wrote the predictive sales model they were using this quarter? That I had an MBA from UCLA, not a hospitality degree? That I wasn't the damn office barista? Instead, I just gave him a tight half smile and said, "Sure thing." By the time I reached the second floor, the heat from the coffee had bled through the sleeves of my blouse, and my arm was starting to ache. I paused just long enough to shift the tray, my eyes landing on the giant framed poster above the main staircase. Mara's face. My sister. Meet the visionary behind Monroe Analytics. The caption read. She was smiling, head tilted slightly, that practice pose she always struck when she was pretending not to be posing. It was the same smile she wore when she convinced our parents I was too sensitive as a kid. The same one she gave board members when taking credit for work she didn't do. I was already late for the Monday meeting. The boardroom was full when I stepped in, sleek, expensive chairs arranged around the long glass table, the giant screen at the head already blinking with Mara's presentation. I placed the coffees at her seat, the bag beside them. She didn't look up, didn't thank me, just kept talking. And if we're serious about Q3 growth, she said, we need to think bigger than projections. We need disruption. That was my cue. I had spent the entire weekend building a model that could predict regional purchasing behavior based on local weather trends. It wasn't just good, it was the kind of thing that could shift entire sales patterns. I cleared my throat. Actually, Mara held up a hand. Let's save the math class for later, Tsa. We're not running a school here. Laughter. Easy, comfortable laughter from people who had never once asked me what I did all day. I sat down without another word, my heart sinking. A VP, Thomas asked. What's Tersa's role again? Mara didn't miss a beat. Oh, she's kind of floating support like a utility player. She's helpful. Helpful. That word stuck in my throat like a splinter. I looked around the table hoping anyone would glance my way. But they all either avoided my gaze or stared blankly, like I was part of the furniture. So I pulled out my notebook, the same one no one ever asked to read, and pretended to take notes while a part of me quietly, irrevocably broke into pieces. When the meeting wrapped, I gathered the empty cups and napkins without being asked. The room emptied quickly, everyone too eager to get back to their desks and their inbox. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.